Corey, and welcome to Linda's Electric Quilters as we take a look at, I want to say we're on day 4. I had it prepped in my head, but while the countdown was going, I was having technical issues, so I lost my whole prepped intro. We're here. We're here. I want to say this is day 4. Did we start Monday? Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Day 4 of 9 here of our 9 days of savings happening at Linda's. Day 4 is all about mini cones of thread, and I am so happy to show you a few of those mini cones that we have here at Linda's. 2 brands we're looking at in particular today, and they are on an incredible discount today. So yeah, so supportive. Day 4. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy knows what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm just here. So thank you, Tracy. But we are looking at those super fun deals that are happening. So we've got the OMNI mini cones. So these are the 2,000-yard cones of the wonderful OMNI thread from Superior Threads. These are 40% off MSRP. Like, that never ever happens. So 40% off MSRP. And then we have the signature minis as well. And these are 50% off of MSRP. So I am like over the moon to show you these. This will be a quick live video today, but we're just going to look at a few of the different colors. If you are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, thank you very much for that. But make sure you, if you would like to take part in the live shopping that happens on our website, you can hop over to lindis.com and click the live shopping tab and watch this directly in the browser and use the add to cart feature right in there. Hello, I've got people watching us here on YouTube. Throw in the comments where you're watching from. I always like to know. And I wonder how you're feeling about these 11 a.m. streams, these morning streams for some of you. I like it because I'm a little bit more energized in the morning. But when we get back from the holidays, we'll be going back to doing some more in the evening as well. So I'm gonna kind of offer like a morning session on Tuesdays and then like an evening session on Thursdays after the holidays, just so everyone that can watch live to if there's any particular giveaways that are happening. And of course, these are always stored on our YouTube channel, so you can always watch them forever. Well, I don't want to say forever. You know how technology is, but you can watch them for a long amount of time after the fact as well if you can't meet us live as well. Good morning. Hello from Iowa. We've got people watching from North Carolina. Thank you so much. So before we dive into the day 4 of savings, I kind of gave you a hint just to prepare you, but I have to brag on myself and my incredible team and Linda's in general real quick. If you follow me on social media, I made a post this morning of something that happened to us here at Linda's, and I am over the moon, like honored and thrilled to finally have it come to fruition. The Community Impact magazine, which is a magazine that circulates, I want to say just in Texas, it might be across the United States, but the DFW division, they reached out to me and asked if they could do a story on Linda's and on me. And I was yes, say less. I live my life on camera. So sure, come in and see it. So they came in, they did the walkthrough of our store, our warehouse, and then ended here in my studio, where I got to sit down and talk with them, go through different things of how we started and where we are today and where we like to see ourselves go. So they featured Linda's in the Community Impact magazine. I am on page 29 of the magazine. And it just talks about our overall story. Wonderful article in this as well, which I really liked. They got the kind of that wide back aisle, our glide thread, and then me here in my studio. There's the quilt right behind me right now when I was doing one of the Riley Blake episodes with Caterpillar. So it was a wonderful article. I was very happy about it. And not only did they, of course, write it up in the paper, which goes out to all the houses in the DFW area, or in the McKinney area, I got a framed copy of it as well. So I have to find space in my behind here on the set. But I thought that was just really fun and really exciting. And I can't wait to see where this goes from here. And I'm so incredibly proud of my team that helps me while I can sit here and hang out with all of you guys while they're working tirelessly in the store and in the warehouse to help get everything out to you, answer all your questions, and be kind of that one-stop shop for you here at Linda's. So I just had to brag on myself and the team. I'm very proud of them and of me and of Linda, because Linda started it, for all of this to happen. So yay! Okay, so we've got people watching from all over Michigan. Love the quilt behind you. Thank you, Angie. This fabric is made out of the Tonal Trios line from Northcott. Patrick Luce is the designer of the fabric, but the Tonal Trios line, and I believe the pattern is called Slices. I could be wrong, but I believe the pattern is called Slices. And it's so fun and colorful, so I love it for my backdrop. I will be updating the backdrop over the holidays. I get my Wicked quilt back, so I'm very excited. That one will be showcased in the back. My mom's quilt that she made for me, that I finally got that quilted, that'll start to be in the background as well. And just a few other, I've got plenty of quilts in here, so I want to cycle them out, but I love this one. Let's see, we've got one here. Let me go and throw on this question. I don't know how questions work when they're in a smaller format. Oh, it does work. Beautiful. What batting would you use on long arm? I'm going to assume that's minky line stockings, not kinky, but I'm going to assume that's minky line stockings. So, wonderful question. Yes, minky lined. There it is. Thank you. Minky line stockings. So the batting that I would use for stockings, because you really want them to have a nice drape to them, a nice hang to them. Normally with Minky, you know that I'm always going to be using Thermore batting from Hobbs. I have found myself liking the bamboo from Quilter's Dream too for Minky quilts, but there's something about Thermore, because it just doesn't have a shrinkage rate to it, has been really, really nice. But for stockings, or for something that I really want to have a nice drape and a nice hang, you will see me probably using the Hobbs Heirloom 100% cotton with scrim. Okay. The scrim is a big deal, especially for stockings. Okay. So if you don't know about scrim, scrim is a thin layer of polyester that is needle punched into the cotton. Okay. Very, very thin layer. You could barely tell it was there unless you pull the batting apart. But that needle punch in is going to hold that cotton together. Without a scrim, cotton batting will pull apart like a cotton ball. It's as it's designed, but if you're doing something that has to hang and has to drape, eventually over time gravity is going to take effect, and then you'll start to see that stocking is going to kind of stretch out of shape because the batting is migrating, due to it being, the way it's hung, and you're stuffing stuff into it for the stocking. So the Hobbs Heirloom natural with scrim. Okay, that's the one that I would recommend for stockings. It's going to hang beautifully because of the weight of cotton. It's going to give it a beautiful drape. That scrim is going to keep everything bound together, so you can use them over and over and over and over and over again without an issue. So that's definitely what I would do. Let's see. Andy said you have one of my fave brands of sweats. Comfort. Yes. So this was from a retreat that we went to, that Brooke and I went to, from Starling Quilting. Brooke and I went to, and Cindy was wearing a comfort hoodie, and Brooke and I had no idea what they were. Now I think I have every color of comfort. They're so cozy and cuddly. I got the new one too. Not this one, but it has like the eye mask in it for when you travel. So I'm gonna wear that one on the flight on Christmas. Let's see. How about placemats? Oh, this is a good Q&A. I like this. How about placemats so glass doesn't tip over? Okay, wonderful. On placemats, I would be doing the same, 100% cotton with scrim. Scrim's going to keep everything nice and stable. It's going to keep it nice weighted. The 100% cotton batting, naturally, the Hobbs Heirloom one is slightly on the thinner side because of its use for different things like this. So you can use that in there. There's no extra loft in it, so the glass won't tip over. Nothing's going to fall. You won't have a problem at all. But the Heirloom cotton with scrim, that's the one that you want to get. Heirloom natural with scrim. You might see it on our website that way too. It comes in packages and in rolls. The packages have like the Heirloom logo. It says natural on it, and the Heirloom logo is kind of like a pinkish color. But that is your way of seeing that for sure. Now, I see some of you looking that are on our live shopping site already adding in some of the products. So let's get to talking about the products. Thank you so much for your questions to start us off. And if you, of course, you have any other questions while we're going throughout, even if it has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, feel free to throw it in the chat, and I'd be more than happy to answer that for you. But let's get into the fun stuff of the day. So, overhead. Today only, so today is December 18th, 2025. Today only, our OMNI mini cones are going to be 40% off of MSRP, okay? So Omni is going to get you 2,000, the mini cones are going to get you 2,000 yards. It's going to be 100% poly over poly wrap. It's a 2-ply thread, 40 weight on this one. Omni is kind of the go-to for so many different quilters. It's polyester, but it has kind of that cotton look to it. And I've got just a few of I just kind of went into the warehouse and started grabbing stuff. Um, the warehouse people might be a little upset with me, but that's okay. They love me. I just went in and started grabbing all the different things. This is just a few of the. Oh, it looks like a little Christmas tree. Oh, kind of, not really, but now I have to swap it. Now it's got to look like a tree. Hold on, folks. Well, the yellow's got to be on top for the star. All right, there we go. Now it's a Christmas tree. Woohoo, cute. That's the Santa. Okay. But Omni, of course, really kind of that go-to thread for a lot of people. If you're just starting out quilting, and you don't really know where to start on your thread or kind of where to go with it, Omni is incredible. It's super duper durable, super duper strong. Again, like I mentioned, has that cotton look to it, but it is 100% poly, so it's going to have that really strong fiber behind it. A lot of people like the mini cones if you're just wanting to trial a color, because the standard Omnis come in 6,000 yards. So this one is going to be really great if you really want to trial one of the colors that are available, just to kind of see what it's going to look like on your project. If you really want to just try Omni to begin with, the minis are a great way to do it. And then, of course, with them being 40% off, you can't beat that. I've used Omni for a wide variety of different things. And this Omni minis the Omni minis only come in the solid color. So thank you for that question. The minis don't come in variegated. Now, Omni, the 6,000 yard cones, and the standard Omni line, there is a variegated line in there as well. But the mini cones are the ones that are on the solid mini cones are the ones that are on that daily deal of 40% off. But to answer the second part of your question, Omni does have a variegated. And it's made of the same incredible fiber and thread that Omni is made of. It's just in a beautiful variegated line on there as well. But 40% off, MSRP, 1 day only on this. You definitely want to take advantage of this deal. Once they're gone, they're gone. Okay. So you don't want to, there's no rain checks on this. And I love the way the thread works. I've used it for multiple different things. I've also found they primarily market Omni for quilting. I've also found this is really good for sergers. It just has that like really great this feel and fiber type, and it just flies through the serger machine wonderful. So with the 2,000 yards, it's a nice smaller cone, so it's going to fit on your serger nicely, and you can get a bunch of these at that really good discounted price right now, and that's the way to do it. I'm going to, I know those of you, I see you adding stuff to your cart on our live shopping page. Thank you for that. It's so cool to watch that happen. I'm also going to drop the link, for all of you watching us on Facebook and on Instagram and YouTube. So you can easily find that as well. You can click directly through to that collection. Okay, so let's got a few different questions. Let me scroll up a little bit. First one from Stephanie. Question, does Omni work in a long arm? Yes. They will never probably say this, but I believe Omni was engineered for long armors, because it's that 40 weight 2-ply 100% poly wrapped poly. It just glides through a long arm. It's fantastic. When we were selling machines, I always started people off on Omni, no matter where they were in their long arming journey. If they had got a new machine, I would always start them on Omni because it was just kind of that go-to, easy to work with, not very hard to fuddle with. And I know a lot of you watching right now love Omni as well, and you can share your love in the comments, to let others know if they're kind of on the fence about trying it. It works extremely well in long arms and sergers. I've used this on my sewing machine too for different quilting things, and it's fantastic. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of stuff for you using this thread. Let's see. I've got a few other questions. Barb says, Omni is awesome in my long arm. It is. It's the best. Let's see. We have a question on our live shopping page. It says, how do you use bamboo versus heirloom cotton with scrim? I started to long arm. I'm just starting to long arm. Oh, okay. So bamboo is just on a little bit more of the pricier side. It has more of a really, really nice drape to it. So I've been trialing it in a few of my new Minky quilts just to see how it drapes over. It will have a little bit more weight, and it does have a little more stretch to it. So the heirloom with scrim is going to stay nice and stable. So if you're really looking for that piece that's going to drape over the bed properly, lay over it really nice, keep its shape, and just fold up, fold in, fold up. 100% cotton with scrim is really great. If you're gifting the quilt to somebody that might not know how to take care of a quilt, and you want to use cotton, 100% cotton with scrim is hands down the choice. If you want to, you are doing something for you, you're trialing it out with you, and it's working really well with you, then doing it, you could test out the bamboo and see what you think. I like the way it's working so far. But of course, 100% cotton with scrim is normally my go-to for a lot of things when I'm doing things that I want to have that nice shape, not stretch out of anything. Stephanie says, how do I get to the live shopping page? I'm on my phone. Wonderful question. If you visit our website, lindas.com, you can click on like the little, they call it a hamburger menu, but it's those little 3 bars at the top left. If you tap on that, you can tap on live shopping, and then you can tap on watch the video that's happening live, and then you can hop right into the live shopping page with everybody else. Angie, what would you use in the bobbin with Omni? Great question. So it depends on how experienced you are with different weights and tensions and text types of thread in your bobbin versus your top. If you're just starting out, I highly recommend using Omni top and bottom. That's what I've done for so many years. You can also, I know a lot of people like to use bottom line. That's a 60 weight polyester. You can use that in the bobbin. I've seen people use So Fine. That's a 50 weight polyester. But if you're just kind of getting started out, Omni top and bobbin, going to give you no problems whatsoever. When you stay same weight and same thread and same fiber type, top and bottom, chef's kiss, never an issue. Once you get everything stabilized, okay. But if you want to start kind of moving around and trying different things, just remember you're going to have to fiddle with your bobbin tension just a little bit to get it back in alignment. But same thread, top and bottom. It's a way to do it. Let's see. Omni is awesome. It is. Oh my gosh, y'all are click, 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 click. Yay! Okay. All right. So the Omni again, Omni mini cones, the 2,000 yard cones today only, December 18th, are 40% off of MSRP, and that's going to be available on our website, lindas.com. You can choose the thread tab. You can go down to Omni, and you can choose Omni Mini. Also from the main banner on the website, lindas.com, you can click the main banner and it will drop you into the collection that has both of the thread brands that we are discussing today, which is fantastic. Let's see. Good morning, everyone on Instagram as well. I have not forgotten about you. I see you over there. I got to bounce between different tabs to see everybody, but I see you there. Let's see. Okay. Let's move on to I have a few more questions. I did not anticipate this being a Q&A, but I'm okay with it. I'm here for it. Let's go to the next thing of thread real quick, guys. So we're going to move over to our next brand of thread that's on sale because it's a really good sale. And then I'm going to come back and answer all the questions that you have in the chat, just so we can get all of that wrapped up. And then we'll have fun with a little bit of Q&A. Hopefully that's okay. Yay, go team. Okay, so remember, Omni mini cones, 40% off today only. Wide variety of colors on those as well. I just grabbed what I could grab. Let's do signature mini cones now, and let's do the 40s. Okay. So the signature mini cones, these are available on our website right now, and these are 50% off today only. 50% off today only, December 18th. So signature is going to be 100% cotton. It is a mercerized cotton, so it has a little bit of a nice polish look to it. Not really a sheen, but more of a polish look to it. These mini cones, we've got them in the 40 weight and the 50 weight. So we've got 40 and 50. You'll know the difference by the bottom of the cone. There's a sticker and it would say signature 40. I know it's harder to see. And signature 50. The 40 weight is going to be a little bit more on the thicker side. I like to see people use 40 weight primarily for quilting. If you really like cotton and you want to try a wide variety of different colors, there's 700 yards on these mini cones. And with them being 50% off, you really can't beat that. Now, for those of you on the live shopping page that are watching, I don't have any of them linked in the live shopping page because there are like 300 different colors. So you'd be scrolling for quite some time. But I will, however, have Sean, if he's watching, drop in the full collection of all of our threads that are on sale right now in our live shopping page. And then you can easily click to that and be able to find that. So the one that's being dropped in is the signature Omni and Mini, Omni Minis and signature minis and Omni minis that's being dropped in. And then for you guys watching on YouTube and Facebook, I will drop that in as well. And paste, there it is. Okay, so these are going to be 50% off. Now, again, 40 weight, I like to see that primarily used for quilting. Really, really nice on that one. Wide variety of colors. Again, I think the 40 weights alone have 140 different colors, and that's including solids and variegateds, which is super sweet. So you got 40 weight solids and 40 weight variegateds as well. Still the 700 yards, beautiful colors. Citrus, Fad 5, those two are my favorites. These two are slept on. I don't know why people don't like these colors. They're stunning. The Fad 5 is great. Signature, the Citrus is great too. The 40 weight, again, 100% cotton, really, really nice thread. The minis are the best way to kind of get your feel for a new thread, get a wide variety of colors as well, and being 50% off today only, can't beat that. There's also the 50 weights of signature. So the 50 weight, as you go higher in the weight number, the thinner the thread starts to be, okay? So the 40 weights are a little bit thicker than the 50 weights. And then you've got, that goes all the way down the line of weights for different threads. But the 50 weights, I like to use this a lot when I'm doing stitch in the ditch, okay? A little bit thinner, so it's gonna kind of fall a little bit more in the background. Wonderful also for hand binding. I don't know if any of you do your binding by hand, but the 50 weight signature just like butter, a hot knife through butter when you're doing your hand binding. It glides really, really nice, has a beautiful feel to it, and it's not super thick, so it kind of hides a little bit whenever you're doing that in a wide variety of colors at 50% off. So it's like, yeah, why not? I mean, you can't beat it. One day only. One thing I do want to talk to you about whenever you receive your signature minis or any thread that is variegated in that respect, I want you to look at this one. This is tie-dye. Okay. Oh gosh, isn't it pretty on camera with that polished cotton? Okay, this is tie-dye, but take off this. This is also tie-dye. Okay, you've heard me talk 1,000 times on our different live streams and shows when it comes to thread that variegateds can be wound in a very different way. Each of them will always be different. These are the exact same thread though. Exact same thread, exact same colors, but look at the difference in how they're wound. So anytime you get variegated thread, whether it's here at Linda's or at different quilt shows or your local quilt store, when you're looking at it variegated, always look at it from the top, okay? Then you're gonna start to see that they're the exact same thing, okay? But these, however, are going to look extremely different this way. It's just all based on how the thread is wound together. I don't know the science behind it, but that's just how it happens, okay? But always look at the top of your cone whenever you're deciding it to see kind of what colors are in that thread. And if you get one like this, or when it comes to any variegated, if you get something like this, it's not a bad cone. It's not defective. We didn't send you the wrong thing. We're not out to get you, okay? It's just how it's wound from the manufacturer. So always look at your variegateds from the top of your cone, okay? All right, so just to recap on these, if I can get these little plastic sleeves back on them. The signature 40 and 50 weights, solid and variegateds, are going to be 50% off today only. Wonderful for quilting. The 50 weights are wonderful for hand binding. They're wonderful for stitch in the ditch. They're wonderful for background quilting. The 40 weights are wonderful for overall quilting. Really going to showcase that. So signature minis, 50% off today only. And then the OMNI minis, the 2,000 yard minis, these are 40% off today only. As a part of our 9 days of savings here at Linda's, this is day 4. And always make sure you're staying up to date with our newsletters, or if you don't get newsletters or if you don't get email, you can hop over to our website, lindas.com. I change out the banner every morning at about 4 a.m. when I wake up because I know I need to do it. I wake up and change out the banner for you so you know what's happening that day of savings. And there are some good ones coming up this weekend as well, of course, as all the ones that we've had throughout our time. So let's see. Dottie says that is such helpful information about the tie-dye thread. Thank you. I think it's something, no matter how many times I talk about variegated thread, and you know if you've been with me a long time, Dottie, I think you've been with us a long time, you know I talk about it all the time. Anytime I bring up variegated, it's the first thing we're going to talk about. You might get tired of hearing of it, but it's really something that, like, when I was down there pulling the threads, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like crazy to see them in person and to see the difference. But always, of course, look at the top of that cone. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. I want to make sure I get everyone's questions answered while we're waiting. If you have any other questions when it comes to thread or batting, feel free to throw them in. When I get back from the holidays, we'll be doing a live Q&A as well. So if you have more, you can, of course, bring those to the table. All right, let's see. I'm scrolling. I'm trying not to forget anybody. I'm trying not to. I think we're good. Yep, answered that one. Oh, here we go. I didn't answer this one. So batting for a panel of national parks, map long arm that I would put enamel pins in it on the parks we visited. I'm assuming this is going to hang up on the wall. I'm assuming that's going to hang up on the wall. If it's going to hang anywhere, then I would still put that 100% cotton with scrim. Again, that scrim is going to hold that batting together, going to give that nice binding. And if it's hanging on the wall, it's going to give it a beautiful showcase. It's going to keep its shape, hold it nice when you put those enamel pins in it. I don't know if I can I pull this over enough for you to see it? Probably not. No, I can't. I have a quilt hanging over here on the wall, and it has enamel. Well, it was hanging on the wall. It has now fallen, but that's fine. And it has different enamel pins in it from all the different shows that I've been to. And that's got 100% cotton with scrim in it, and it's still the same beautiful square shape that it's been since I did it. So anytime I do any type of wall hanging, show quilts, placemats, table runners, bed quilts that I want to maintain a really nice shape, you'll really see me using the 100% cotton with scrim. For show quilts and for seasonal quilts that go on the bed that are just going to go in and out, maybe table runners too, depending. I'll also put a layer of 100% wool on top, so I'll double layer my batting. So the bottom layer will be 100% cotton with scrim, and the top layer will be 100% wool. The reason I do the wool is, one, I like a little bit of poof and to give it its loft. But wool also doesn't have a memory for creases. So for my show quilts and for those seasonal quilts that only come out and go on the bed during the holidays, I can fold up that quilt or roll it up or whatever and let it sit in the closet for a year. And then when I take it out and I lay it out on the bed and I give it like a night, that wool poofs back up and gets rid of all the creases on the quilt because it doesn't have that memory for it. So I like to double layer those things. But for the stuff that you're talking about, 100% cotton with scrim is definitely going to be your go-to for what you're looking. Let's see. I have a template plate I use with a stylus that came with Gamel. Do you feature any segments on the show on how to use them? Oh, okay. Really good question. So what you're talking about is the workstation, is what it was called. I don't think I have any. I don't think I have any tutorials on our YouTube channel showing you how to use that. I don't think. I don't believe so. I'm gonna do some digging. We're friends on Facebook, so if I find the video, I'll send it to you. I know we've got some old PDFs probably somewhere on the server about it. that have some step-by-step instructions. So I'll try to see if I can find that and get it sent out to you. I don't know if it'll be done today, but I will do my best to see if I can find it. But I'll shoot it to you through Facebook Messenger because we're buddies on the Facebook. Let's see. Da, 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 da. What's Linda got to say here? I rely on your Anova videos for M24 with autopilot. You should develop a learning series with books, videos, and purchase start from. Thank you. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. That was very, very sweet. I do have a few different series on YouTube and then, of course, on our website for the Anova machines. Look out in 2026. Really stay up to date with me, guys. I have been kind of pushed into another role here at Linda's. I'm very thankful that I was. I kind of walked into it. I wasn't pushed. I ran into it, actually. Hopefully, at the beginning of next year, I will have a little bit more of a team here. And what that's going to allow me to do is crank out course after course after course for you guys. So what that means is you'll be able to purchase a course through our website and then get auto enrolled into the learning education side of lyndas.com. And on there, you can take follow these courses. They'll have, videos, PDFs, step-by-step instructions. They'll also have like quizzes that you can take to test yourself. And then at the very end, once you pass your course, you'll get a surprise in the mail from me and from the team here at Linda's. So that's kind of what we're looking at for 2026, and I have a lot of ideas in mind. If you have any like specific courses in mind that you would like to take or that you would like to see, feel free to email me that's not the right keyboard. That's the right keyboard. It's going to be askcorey@lyndas.com. So you can send that over. You can say, hey, I'd really like to know how to make this quilt, or I'd really like to know how to do more on my Anova, or I'd really like to know more about freehand or different things about templates. There's only so much I can do online on YouTube because it starts to pass into some of the classes that I actually teach when I travel. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop doing videos on YouTube in 2026. Like, no, I will continue doing things. But if you're looking for more of that in-depth and it's like longer span of a course, definitely shoot me some ideas that you'd like to see and look forward to what's going to happen in 2026 here at Linda's. Let's see. Stephanie says, sorry, I missed the part about signature thread. Is it good in the long arm? It is. So signature thread is kind of one of the OG threads when it comes to quilting. You had permacore and signature. Permacore was the polyester, signature was the cotton. Those are kind of the originals of the industry. So signature 40 is really good on the long arm. It's an upright spool as well, so you can use that on your long arm without a problem. Yeah. If you have a really old cone of cotton thread, sometimes just because cotton is a natural fiber, it's going to dry out over time. So if it's a really old cone of thread and you're having issues with it, make sure you put some EZA thread. These aren't old. I'm not saying that. Side note, sidebar. Y'all know I squirrel all over the place. If you have an old cotton thread that's giving you problems, we have our EZA thread here at Linda's. It's that silicone thread lubricant that we talked about during the Black Friday stocking stuffer episode. And I would pick up a bottle of that. You just drizzle it down the thread, let it soak in for a couple of minutes, and the thread is chef's kiss. Puts all the life back into it, doesn't hurt the machine, doesn't harm the thread, doesn't gunk up the needle, doesn't harm the quilt. And it's fantastic for cotton threads and for metallic threads as well. I'm gonna go spend some money. Thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's what keeps the lights on and keeps me going here at Linda's and to showcase more things with you guys. So I always appreciate this, and I always have so much fun with you as well. Let's see. Which thread can be used for applique? Debbie asked this on our live shopping page. If you're wanting to use one of the ones that are on the daily deal today here at Linda's, the 50 weight would be your closest to do. That would work really well with applique. We also have a ton of different thinner threads in the lineup. We've got Bottom Line, which is 60 weight. We have Aurifil 80, which is an 80 weight. We've got Micro Quilter, which is 100 weight. We've got Monopoly, which is a clear thread, and that's 100 weight. So there's a few other options that are available on our site. But for the daily deals, so the OMNI minis, and the signature minis, the signature 50 weight minis would be your best bet, Debbie, for the applique. Let's see. Ruthie asked on our live shopping page, do I need to keep those cones vertical when I use them? You don't have to. If you're using them on the sewing machine, you can use them this way as well, the standard way, no problem at all. If you have that larger spool holder on your machine, like on the back of my Juki and then on the post of the Bernina that I use. There, you can hold them like this. So you can do that, but you can hold it either way on this cone without a problem. No issues there. Let's see. Oh, hold please. I never miss a call from my mother, so I just want to make sure she's okay. Hello, Mom. You're on live with the people. Is everything okay?
Oh, everything is fine.
Okay. Okay. Love you too. Bye. She forgot I was live with the people. But I never miss a call from my mother. I will not do that, just in case. Okay, let's see. Chris on live shopping page, where can I find the mini variegated? So the signature mini variegateds, I will drop that collection on the... Got to do it in a couple of different places, so bear with me. I will drop that there. Paste. Okay, so that's on Facebook and YouTube. And then Chris, if you're on our website, if you'll just go to the thread section, and if you go to the signature thread and choose the 40 weight mini cones, you'll see the variegateds in there. There's not a separate collection just for the variegateds. The variegateds and the solids are in there together. But if you do the 40 weight mini cones in the signature submenu, is where you will find those variegated ones. That's the way to do it. Debbie, you're so welcome. Oh, yes, I love my mommy. I wouldn't be here without her. In more ways than one. But yeah, I never miss a call from her. I won't do that. So, okay. I think that's all I've got today. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you guys. Hold on, there's something else. Let me make sure I'm true in this statement, which I should be, because I'm the one that set it up. But let me just triple check. There also is actually, I know what happened because it went out this morning. There is also another daily deal that's happening on our website, but I'm not in the store to show you. This is today only as well. All of our Northcott branded fabric, so like the stone hinges that you guys know that I love, all of the fun different, there's the Wicked Good Together line of fabric that we did is by Northcott. All of the Northcott branded fabric on our website today is 40% off. Like what? Yes, I said it. 40% off. So that is today only, December 18th. So don't forget that as well. You can go to our fabric. You can go to the search bar and just type in Northcott and be able to find it easier. But that is also 40% off. And that's not even like posted on the website. Like you have to know about those things. This is why you join the videos, so you know about the things. But the Northcott branded fabric today is 40% off as well. Oh, Mom's joining us. Hi, Mom. No worries, you didn't forget. It's all good. Okay. Yeah, be sure to check emails every day. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, that's true. That's where all the good things are coming. Different deals drop every day, all the way up to Christmas. But this, again, was day 4 of our 9 days of savings. I don't know if I will see you guys again before Christmas. I don't think I will. No, I want to, though. Let me find a day. Let's look, because I know what's happening ahead of time, but I can't tell you. But let's see when you know what? I'm going to come back and see you Monday. Yeah. I'm going to see you guys again on Monday. So Monday the 22nd, I will be back. I will be over at the Long Arms. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge about what's happening. I will be back at the Long Arms on Monday. So I'll see you guys at 11 a.m. Central on Monday as we talk through what day 8 is going to bring in for your daily deals. So I can't wait to see you then. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. I will tell you that again, happy holidays. But if you don't catch me on Monday, Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Have a very happy new year. If you're traveling anywhere, I wish you safe travels. We are headed up to Montana on Christmas Day to go spend a week there. I'm going to attempt skiing. Probably not, but I will attempt it in my brain. And I love all of you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, I will see you Monday at 11 a.m. Central for day 8 of savings. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.